Hello everybody, welcome to Laudable's virtual reading room for kids. I'm here with my good friend Vic in the recording booth at Laudable Studios so that all you boys and girls at home can open up your ears and listen to a new story called The Bullfrog and the Flies.
Yay!
Does anybody know what sound a frog makes? Very good. Question, Vic, you're going to edit in the frog sounds later, yeah? Because otherwise I think it might sound sort of silly. Does anybody know what sound a frog makes? Very good. Here we go. Once upon a happy pond, with frogs and flies well fed, everyone shared happily, and most of them weren't dead. But in their midst, a grumpy bullfrog on his lily pad plotted how he'd get more food than all the others had. So the bullfrog warned of crickets at the edges of the pond and put their kids in cages so they'd all stay far beyond. Question, Vic. This isn't political, right? Because, I'm a children's performer, so I don't do that sort of thing. No? Okay. And since so many creatures did not doubt his croaky claim, the bullfrog was their leader on the day the sickness came. But once the sickness caused too many of the flies to cough and bleed, the bullfrog feared they'd get too sick to bring the food he'd need. The bullfrog croaked like magic that the sickness would go away, and if the flies would just be brave, they'd die much less each day. Question, Vic, are we sure that the bullfrog isn't supposed to represent anyone in particular? Any, unfairly criticized world leaders? No? Okay. That's when the grumpy bullfrog unveiled his big surprise that he would lead his frog friends in the eating of the flies. And if a fly would dare ask why, the bullfrog said one thing as he snapped off their tiny legs and chewed each little wing. He said that flies should know frogs don't make promises to keep them. You say what creatures want to hear. If they disagree, you eat them. Vic, is this irresponsible? Should we be encouraging dissent among our young listeners at such a delicate political time? Well, yes, I suppose I see your point, but someday they'll be old enough to vote. All right. I'll read the rest. For now, the bullfrog lies upon his lily pad and sighs, for he enjoys the quiet with less buzzing in the skies. The bullfrog isn't troubled by the wherefores and the whys, just wonders whom he might eat next when he runs out of flies. We hope you've enjoyed this laudable presentation. Hear you next time. Well, that's it, Vic. I guess at least we got a happy ending. I'm gonna go grab a banana because in 15 I start recording the new J.K. Rowling. Yeah. Oh, I hear it's really inoffensive.